Alright, so this is Sarah, again. Actually, I'm going to review the movie this time. Today, for like the first time, I mean I've seen the end before, but for the first time today, I watched Eyes Without a Face. It's a movie that was released in 1960, and it's black and white and French, so it's my thing, but usually people my age don't watch those movies. But anyway. Oh god, I did it again. Yes, this movie got a 3.5-star rating. Not as good as Bean, but it got a 3.5-star rating on my movie list. This squid over here, I have no clue why he's here still. I guess he's my co-host. My co-host. Squidward, Squidsy, Dr. Otto Octavius. You might have noticed my new hairdo. It has nothing to do with the movie whatsoever. Okay, so there's this one scene in Eyes Without a Face where it's called the surgery scene. And when it made 7 people faint at a film festival. And just because of that, I wanted to see the movie. It didn't make me faint, but it was still pretty like, no, don't do that. I can't watch. Yeah, that's exactly what it was like. Sort of. I screamed a little bit more. But don't tell anyone I told you that. Seriously, don't. Anyway, look. Check it out. I found some sunglasses. They don't really fit me very well. Enough sunglasses. They don't fit. See. They fit better when I don't have brain-eating alien on my head. But what are you gonna do, you know? Still, has nothing to do with the movie. Nothing at all. Let me see. Trying to think of what other scenes are memorable from that movie. There's the end scene, but I can't say anything about that because those are major spoilers. Let me see. I swear I will say more about the movie this time. I swear. Seriously. I can't really say much about the actors because I've never heard of any of them, and they all have French names, and I couldn't even begin to pronounce them. Pronunciation is not my thing, as you might have been able to tell from the last video. Not very good at it. Let me see. What is over there? What am I looking at anyway? I think it's the window. Why is that open anyway? Oh, whatever, I don't care. Squidward, Squidsy, Dr. Otto Octavius. Tell me something to say, please. Good idea. Okay. You are a failure. That didn't work at all. I didn't even have any idea when I said that worked. Useless co-host. But, whatever. This movie, I would say more about it, but I don't really know the actors very well. I've already said it's black and white and French, so you kind of have to be watching the screen the entire time or else you will have no clue what's going on whatsoever. And, let me see. Silence, such silence. Oh yes, well this isn't related to the movie at all, but like a week ago or so, I discovered that I could connect myself to Kevin Bacon in 6 steps. Isn't that cool? The 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Like, see this? I can connect myself. I know Larry Blameyer, who knows Dick Miller, who knew Hoyt Axton, who was in Forrest Gump with Tom Hanks, who was in Apollo 13 with Kevin Bacon. Just to clarify. Okay, let's do that again. I will tell you the movies this time. I only told you the movies of like half of them. I know Larry Blameyer, who was in Trail of the Screaming Foreheads with Dick Miller, who was in Gremlins with Hoyt Axton, who was in Forrest Gump with Tom Hanks, who was in Apollo 13 with Kevin Bacon. Yes, it's so cool, I know. I only figured that out though because I was watching Lame Claim to Fame by Weird Al Yankovic. Big fan of his, by the way. I know. Strange person. But anyway, back to Eyes Without a Face. I can only talk about this for like 30 more seconds before it's longer than my last video already. I haven't said as much about it. Ugh. It's a lot harder because I don't know anything about the actors who are in this. Okay, my sister's gonna barge in here and she's gonna mess up my video. I just know it. I just know it. I'm trying to think. It's like, there's this conversation in the first part of the movie that you're just like, oh, what? Oh, that doesn't sound good. At all. It's a fun conversation. Well, it's not fun, but it's fun to watch because it's kind of a little bit, I don't know. But it really makes the movie. That conversation, well, sort of makes the movie. I have no clue why I got a 3.5 star rating because I don't really know much about it that I can mention that would be interesting. But still, you have got to check out that surgery scene. It made 7 people faint. Don't you want to see it for yourself? Seriously? Wouldn't that be so cool? Although it is a 1960s French black and white movie. Which I personally love. Black and white foreign films. But that's just me. Yeah. That's why I'm sitting here reviewing these, because usually people do not listen when I tell them about these random movies I was watching that they've never heard of, because it's boring. But I never do it when I'm wearing a funny hat like this. It's not really a hat. I don't even know what it is. I just found it. It's like a, I don't know. Yes, it is a hat. Of course it's a hat. It's hair. It's a brain-eating alien. I found it. Fell off a truck. Wow, this is like 2 minutes longer than my last video. Anyway. I would recommend checking out this movie just because of that one scene that made 7 people faint, which is why I watched it. And then the end sequence is pretty good. Very climactic. Really, I don't know what it does, but it's pretty good. Although I am a bit disappointed. Okay, wait. Ooh, I know what I could tell you. I could tell you the basics plot. I'm talking about this movie and you have no clue what it's about. Oh, if you've stuck here till the end, I'll tell you what the movie's about. It's this lady, I think she was in a car crash, but her face got all messed up, and then her dad is like a mad scientist, and he is going to try and put someone else's face on her, which didn't work like 3 times. So eventually people start looking into it, find out that what's going on, sorta. Well, they don't, but they will. They will, eventually. I think. But still, that's how it goes. And I'm a little disappointed that you never get to see the lady's face clearly, because she's always wearing this mask. But it's like, I want to see it. I want to see how gnarly it was. But they won't show it. They only showed it when it was blurry, and then only for a few seconds. And wow, this is 4 minutes longer than my last one. Well, whatever. Hope I'm not boring you guys. There was a lot of silence in this video where I was trying to think of what to say. Well, let me just think if I left something out of the plot. Nope. Nope. Didn't leave anything out of the plot. So, this has been Sarah reviewing Eyes Without a Face. This is my co-host, Squidzy Squidward, Dr. Otto Octavius, and goodbye. What? No. Goodbye.